Hi guys, I'm Sean. This is Alyssa.
Gus is in our hearts, and this is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily.
All right, folks. Well, we are checking out something that I'm not sure anyone else has reacted to yet. Maybe they have, but this one just came out, so we're sort of right on the tip here. This is called The Importance of RRR by a great channel that I've checked out before called Accented Cinema. Now, if I recall, I'd seen a couple of videos around Chinese cinema and some of that sort of stuff. So this guy really knows his stuff. He puts together some really compelling video essays, if you will. And this one here is all about RRR. So we were very keen to check it out. And now I think the sort of the gist of this one is discussing just how important it was for both India and I guess the global community, how much everyone's just loving it. So we're going to check this one out.
This video is sponsored by
Guess we can just leave them on.
Oh, look at that. Look at how many people were saying them. It's like our comments.
I get it. What else can I say about RRR? Fellow YouTuber Patrick Williams already did an excellent video saying everything.
We should watch
Indian
that.
Friend to help him. I don't even have friends. Period. In case you don't know, RRR is the biggest Indian movie in history.
Really?
Set in the
biggest in
1920s
history.
when India was still under British Raj, this war epic tells the fictionalized story of two Indian revolutionary heroes.
God, even they're running in
Despite one
sync. I didn't
fighting
really...
police for the crown, and the other a tribal warrior fighting against the British, these two find themselves forming an unlikely friendship. Their conflicting loyalty is the central drama of the film. With spectacles and high emotions all expertly presented, this is a very well done movie. But with just that description, it's also really difficult to parse the reasons as to why this movie is this big of a deal.
Favorite.
To me, that's what's lacking from most reviews. Rarely is any critics managed to convey the importance of the film without sounding silly, like calling it a religious experience. So that's what we are doing today. Let's talk about the cultural context surrounding the film, what makes this movie so important, what expectations you should have for the film, as well as offering my personal thoughts on the movie. It's finally time to answer your request.
Gosh.
This is my review of RRR.
I remember that start, the first scene.
Imagine you are in the late 80s, early 90s.
Jurassic Park.
What a film. God. That Terminator 2.
And one day, Spielberg, Stallone, and Schwarzenegger, all at the height of their career, suddenly announced that they are making a movie together with the working title of Triple S.
Triple S.
That's what RRR is, a backronym. It stands for Rajamouli, Ram Charan, and Rama Rao Jr.
The makers.
And its two leads.
Okay, wait.
But it also stands for Rise, Rebel.
Yeah.
You know, how clever is
Rajamouli,
that?
Ram Charan, and Rama
Rajamouli.
Rao Jr.
Mm-hmm.
That's what RRR is, a backronym.
A backronym?
It stands for Rajamouli, Ram Charan, and Rama Rao Jr., the film's director and its two leads.
I love that
Didn't
end song.
realize their
Rama Rao
names.
Jr.
Yeah,
are two of
or
the most famous actors in the Telugu language cinema. But to anyone unfamiliar with the Indian film industry, it's difficult to explain why they are such big deals. So let's put it this way. Indian cinema, like Golden Age Hollywood, operates on the star system. It's the same system that created Humphrey Bogart and Marilyn Monroe. You see a Monroe movie, you call it a Monroe movie. The star are the franchise. These stars' on-screen persona are inseparable from their off-screen
famous
self.
white dress.
If the movie makes them look sexy, it's because they are sexy. If the character is a badass, the actor is perceived as a badass. You are not here to see Ethan Hunt's adventure. You want to see Tom Cruise hanging to dear life. That's the level of power Indian stars command. They are revered cultural icons. Every time the two actors are on screen, they are presented with such dignity and glamour, they look like gods among men. Sometimes literally. Not to mention, Indian actors have to look good, act well, they fight, they dance, and they sing. Although most stars don't actually sing but are dubbed over, the prestige is still there. Then there's the Spielberg of the group, director S.S. Rajamouli. In the past decade, Rajamouli has proven himself to be one of the most
seen it, reacted to it.
all 12 of his movies are box
Have
office
not seen it.
successes.
Wow.
Of the top 5 highest grossing films in India,
Yeah.
3 of them were directed by him. One
Wow.
of them is
We've seen them all.
Yes.
He,
Uh-oh.
like Spielberg and Nolan, is one
Oh,
of those
geez. Can you?
You gotta take this call.
Hello?
He, like Spielberg and Nolan, is one of those directors whose names make the franchise. This is why the movie is titled after these 3. They are the movie.
Yeah.
But there's one more reason why I compare Rajamouli to Spielberg. Up until recently, the various film industries and markets in India were somewhat isolated, separated by language and cultural barriers. Spielberg's Jaws is the first blockbuster to take over the entire country with a wide release. Similarly, Rajamouli is arguably the director who created the pan-Indian blockbusters. His film Bahubali was filmed and released in multiple languages across the entire country. Because of that, everyone in India, regardless of region, language, and culture, can enjoy the same movie at the same time. Rajamouli's movies became this cultural event that brings the nation together. And his newest film, RRR, just so happens to be a patriotic war movie in which 2 heroes from vastly different cultural backgrounds unite together to fight for India. Now you can see why people are so excited.
Sponsor.
You know what else can be seen by everyone, regardless
that?
of region, language, or culture? A website
Ah.
from Squarespace.
Squarespace.
There you
Unlike
go.
social media, which often
Oh, look at the
requires
cat.
logins and almost always restricts
There you
space
guys
that
go.
can
So if
be
you want to
reached by
support
anyone on the
this
internet and looks like
YouTuber,
anything
this would be a good thing to
Whether
do.
you
Go
need a
check
website
out
for
the
your
original
brand,
video,
your business,
subscribe.
or an upcoming event,
You know,
Squarespace got you covered.
check out the sponsor,
Simply
all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
You need a website? I've heard Squarespace is like the go-to. Chapter 2.
Over the top
Ah.
with the undertone of silly is often how people describe Indian movies. Yeah, when your movie introduces one of your heroes by having him fight through a crowd of
Yeah.
thousands, and your other hero by showing him
And fight a
fighting
tiger. Yeah.
with his
Yeah.
bare
It's such an
hands,
Indian
it's not
sort
hard
of
to see
thing.
why there will be a culture shock. To understand why Indian films are the way it is, we have to travel back in time.
Oh, this is gonna be
Like
interesting.
many other forms of art in India, early Indian cinema is heavily shaped by traditional
Oh
folklore.
wow,
Tales.
At the
1919.
beginning, Indian films are often adaptations of myths and legends.
Oh cool.
India's first full-length motion picture, for example, tells the story of a king being tested by the gods, with Lord Shiva doing a textbook Deus Ex Machina at the end. Kings, gods, and larger-than-life heroes are all
1913.
common themes in these early days. These folk stories were the cornerstone of Indian storytelling. Grand operatic stuff, not too dissimilar from ancient Greek theaters. Over the course of the next 100 years, the religious theme gradually faded, but the mode of storytelling remains. This is why RRR and many other Indian movies appear so over the top. Look at this image. Doesn't it remind you of Heracles fighting a lion? Or
Hercules.
this scene, not so different from the Monkey King's Havoc in Heaven. American films often value immersion. Even in films with fantastical characters, these characters must behave like real, everyday people. But most Indian movies are enjoyed as stories and stories alone. Characters, especially heroes, often behave like gods in ancient
Yeah.
myths. When these
They got
two
like
heroes
superhuman
become friends,
abilities, right?
their
Yeah.
friendship is, quote, more precious than my life. When these characters dance, it makes the earth shake, and the cinematography presents it as such. The level of energy in this dancing is truly stunning. It
Yeah.
really does feel like a battle of two gods, especially when you consider the importance of dance in various Indian religions. Conversely, the ridiculous mustache trolling British villain might as well be the literal devil.
Well, his wife's
Dictator's wife
just
is
as
the most
even
sadistic
worse.
woman imaginable.
Yeah.
Unsatisfied with the lack of blood in a public torture, she hands out a spiked whip to make the victim suffer more. The hero, while enduring unimaginable pain, sings a song that would move the world to his aid. This is human emotion amplified. They are stories that feel timeless. When dealing with mythology, you don't question Hercules' strength or Hou Yi's ability to shoot down the sun. You simply enjoy the poetry
Wait,
of it.
you were saying those motorcycles aren't actually that heavy. They're kind
That's
of
what
light.
some, not
Lighter.
not that an individual would be able to do quite such cool acrobatics with one, but yeah, people were sort of telling me that it was a very lightweight motorcycle, or at least lightweight as far as motorcycles come.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best mindset to have. to enjoy RRR as the latest entry in the Indian cinematic pantheon. With all that aside, what do I think about the movie? It's solid, no surprise there. RRR has this consistency of quality throughout, making the film more than the sum of its parts. For example, the two heroes are represented by fire and water, and the movie is very committed to making this metaphor stick.
Yeah.
The moment these two meet, they are trying to save a child from an exploding train above a river. It's literally a fire meets water moment.
Yeah.
When the two clash, one fights with a torch, the other with a hose.
Yeah.
Even small moments like this one. A portrait of one of the heroes is shown, and you see water splashes in the background.
Whoa.
Then the portrait
didn't
flies
see
off
that.
and lands on the same puddle. It's the same kind of consistency that makes Parasite so impressive.
I didn't.
Never
I also
seen
Yeah,
we need to
Parasite
see
yet.
Parasite, yeah.
Admittedly, I'm probably not as moved by this film as most Indian viewers. Seeing the first unofficial flag of India being used as a shield, or using
Oh,
Indian
did we
animals
know
to
that's
fight
what that was? The
Why?
first unofficial
You
flag
know,
of India. That's what that flag was.
Okay, no, I didn't know the specific. I mean, I took that it was
Because
an
this is
Indian
before
flag.
independence, though, too, in the movie, right? So that would make sense.
Yeah. Cool.
Interesting.
against the British are all highly patriotic moments. I can understand the emotion it would incite, but it's difficult for me to actually feel it, you know? Another thing I really like, the healthy display of emotions from both heroes. Similar to Tekken's phone call scene or John Wick's Baba Yaga scene, RRR has the shepherd scene. After the British kidnapped a tribal kid, a messenger tells them that a shepherd would come and pry open the tiger's mouth to rescue his lost lamb. It paints our hero as an unstoppable badass. But when he meets the kidnapped girl, who's revealed to be his little sister, dude starts crying and is unsure what to do. This is so unlike the quote-unquote Sigma male fantasy, I find it rather refreshing. The two heroes laugh and cry together. Such a display of affection between men would have been called gay by many people in the West. But this is precisely why the friendship feels mythical. That it is a friendship more precious than life. I wish more people can feel this confident at expressing their feelings.
Yeah, you don't usually see bromances like that in the West. I
This
haven't.
film has a sense of scale. These sweeping wide shots are raw and epic.
Now that's the
with tons of
Ukrainian
extras in the background
palace there.
and sceneries being destroyed. Even though
Ukrainian
it has a lot of
palace?
CGI,
Yeah.
Oh, just
yeah, it
in
was filmed in
Ukraine?
Ukraine. Oh, which is fascinating. Actually, so this is the Ukraine, I think, presidential palace, something like that. Now we know that Ukrainian president is an actor or was an actor. So
Right.
someone was saying in the comments, well, maybe that's how they got permission to film there. Now, of
Oh.
course, this was before the war.
yeah.
it's different from modern green screen Hollywood. Part of the reason is that the film stays wide a lot of the time. The camera is always steady, motions are smooth and calculated with excellent blocking.
Yeah.
These are all techniques that classic Hollywood has used. But
Yeah, when
this may be
every
forgotten. This
second
may be
counted.
why Western critics love RRR so much. It reminds them of what cinematic experience used
It's
to
an
feel
older
like.
style.
Yeah, the
And I
framing,
have to say,
the
this is also my preferred type of cinema. Like myths and legends, like ancient Greek theaters.
Did you start the
RRR
camera
is
again?
classic.
we did start. The
I
camera
was
again,
just
right?
having the exact same thought for some reason, just in case.
I got a phone call during the first part.
Thank God.
I got a phone call during
At
the
the
first part,
exact
so we
same
had
moment,
to,
though, right when you said that, I had just thought of like, God, I hope the
I
camera's
was like, oh
recording.
shit! Did we just sit down again and?
I just had a mini panic attack.
All right, here we go.
Most reviews fail to convey that. It's that storytelling method as old as time. It's that human emotion amplified and put on display. It is filmed in ways of the cinematic epics, like Lawrence of Arabia.
Wow, that's
and
interesting
Run
to
by
show the side by side like that.
It's
Yeah.
a movie that makes the old feel new again. A film that utilizes cinema as an art form to its fullest. It's no wonder why everyone is talking about RRR. In many ways, this marks a new height for Indian cinema. Watching this film is like watching film history being written right
Oh
in front of
wow,
your
that's a cool
eyes.
way of putting it.
It's so rare to see a movie and instantly know it will be a classic, like Jurassic Park or Lord of the Rings. If you have any passing interest, go watch RRR. It's not just an enjoyable movie, it's also an important one.
That was
Wow.
a really well done video. What's the channel name again?
This
Let's shout it
is
out.
Accented Cinema. So these guys are putting out some really great stuff.
Give them
You saw
a
there that
like.
he had a sponsor that you guys can check out. So that would be a good thing to support
Squarespace.
that particular content
Free
creator.
trial.
Yeah. So that was
And 10% off your purchase with code Accented Cinema.
So geez Louise. Well, that was an interesting watch. As
Yeah.
always, I learned some new things. There's even more reasons now to appreciate RRR. What else can I say? That was a good one.
I really like that.
the-
We should watch the video
The
he
one that
referenced.
he referenced, yeah.
That someone, a different channel.
I'm just
did.
happy there's more RRR content
Yeah.
coming down the pipeline. This is a lot of fun. I would, however, add to what he said there at the end is if you have a passing interest, not only check out RRR, but when you're done, come check out our reaction because we filmed a reaction to the entire thing, and we hope you guys will be able to enjoy that with us. And thanks for joining us today. And if you want to join us again and want to get notified next time we upload a video,
Click the subscribe button, click the bell, choose all from the drop down so you get updated every time we upload. If you enjoyed this, click that thumbs up button and leave your thoughts in the comments down below.
that's right. We love you guys a whole lot. This
Love
is
you
Internet Rabbit Hole
guys.
Daily RH signing off.
Bye.
Bye, guys.